I'm pretty sure there's a McLaren Senna behind me. You guys can't see it.
Bruh.
Oh my God. I think that's the Hamilton collection. Let's talk about what's happening today and something that I bought that you guys are probably not gonna believe. Ooh, pretty expensive chair. Anyways, today's vlog is gonna be super exciting. We're supporting an event held at Ultimate Auto, a well-known shop in Central Florida. They're a myriad of sponsors. Auto Lifestyle looks like they're hosting the event also. Their most important thing is that all the proceeds go to supporting children in need. I told you, anytime there's an event that supports children in need, I feel like those are the events that make the most sense to me rather than going to just random car events. That's just where I'm at in life, right? So everything has to have a bigger purpose, supporting a bigger cause. And to me, that's time well spent. Anyways, not only is that the main purpose, but driving the amount of sales and everything that's going to donate to that cause is something on the flyer that I think I did not expect. The Hamilton collection? The Hamilton collection is going to be present?
It's expensive car ever. Specking this, we're going to show you some of the specs.
Now, I don't know what the extent of their collection or who even is going to be there. For those who don't know, these are well-known entrepreneurs and YouTube channel connoisseurs. They have some of the best hypercar collections on the internet. I mean, I can't really think of anybody who can touch them. They have the Holy Trinity. They have had every single thing. They work with Stradman. They worked with every single YouTuber I could think of who's big in the industry. So I don't know what extent or what cars are going to be there featured, or even if anybody's going to be there specifically. I didn't read the fine print enough to find out, but that is super exciting. Not only their presence is going to draw a lot of people there, it's going to bring Hypercar Central there. Also, it's going to increase revenue to donate to kids, which to me is a win-win. Hypercars donate a bigger amount to kids. It doesn't get better than that. I'm excited. You should be too. But first, let's get out of this damn heat in Florida. It's like 90-something degrees. The humidity, do you see this right here? Do you see this percolating right over here? Oh my goodness. Let's get on our way and get some breakfast, because I don't know about you, but I need some coffee in my life. So let's go. So as we're driving to Ultimate Auto in this event, there's something we need to catch up on. I actually bought a car. Not for me. The F right now is more than enough for me. I haven't even taken it to the track yet, so we're not doing that. Originally, I was gonna buy a daily driver for myself, but instead, my wife's birthday is coming up, and I know that she was constantly complaining about not having some amenities in her current car that she has. She has a Volkswagen Tiguan. So I decided to take her Tiguan to work, because now I go in like 3 days a week to an office.
Bruh.
Car hunting for her was very, very hard. Me and my daughter spent hours in multiple places looking for kind of like the perfect situation. And we came down to the Lexus RZ, right? We were going to lease a Lexus RZ from Lexus of Orlando, one of my favorite dealerships in Central Florida. And I just couldn't make the economics work. The lease deal that they had last month was not the one this month. They didn't have any of the models in stock other than the luxury model, which to me was a waste of money. It's a fantastic car, but a waste of money. And then something kind of made me a little bit eerie when driving it, is the range. So when I was driving the RZ, and I don't have any footage of it out of respect for the dealership, I love the dealership. Everybody in there is amazing. It had about 160 miles of range after a very short drive, and it was topped up. That is a little bit concerning. It had roughly around 200 miles, and we turned on the air condition and started driving a little bit, and it went down to 160, and it started rapidly declining. So I do think that that car is great for an urban person, a person who lives in a city who is only traveling maybe 15, 30 miles. For us, that was a bit much, because we have to travel on the highways, we travel on parkways, and that is a very limited, we need at least 230 miles, at least 200 miles to be comfortable. It happened when I started looking at Lexus ESs, I looked at NXs, and we couldn't find any great deals on. I only shop when there's deals. I'm not gonna buy a brand new car unless it's a really, really good deal. I saw this Tesla, and it was a Model 3. It was a standard long range plus. It had like 20,000 miles on it. just traded in, roughly, I think, and if my memory serves me right, and I jumped on it. And it was fantastic. This car had 230 miles of range. It had all the amenities, and I will say, Tesla, you guys, when it comes down to the technology aspect, you know, I'm sorry to say this to everybody else in the industry. I mean, I'm a Lexus fan. I'm a diehard Lexus fan. But for racing purposes and for the F brand, their system is absolutely insane. I was driving the car for a while with, you know, full self-driving, and I was just in awe. Any EV problem that you have is not present in a Tesla. And other EV, if you're renting a Volvo, if you're renting a Lexus, if you're renting any type of EV that is not a Tesla, you are going to complain about range. You are. If you live in an urban, if you have no infrastructure to use the supercharger network, I'm just sorry to say this, you're just SOL. You're pretty much, you have to get a Tesla at this point if you're going for an EV, simply because it's the only car right now until the rest of the industry takes advantage of the supercharger network. I believe it's a NACS and the supercharger, what Tesla uses. Until that becomes the standard, which everybody's going to that, buying another EV is futile. I mean, unless you're just gonna charge home and you have a very short commute. With a Tesla, it's kind of amazing. I'm not gonna lie. We had the car, we traveled in it a short distance. We did a mid-distance run, and hold on, let me get up to speed.
In about 1 mile, turn right onto West Vine Street.
Whew, boy, I miss this car. One of the things that I would say is that the supercharger network is absolutely incredible. I traveled and I never felt range anxiety. The system in the car, the navigation, immediately told me I need to charge here for 10 minutes, I need to charge here for 22 minutes, I need to charge here. The amount of distance between superchargers was hundreds of miles. So it wasn't like I was traveling a very short distance and then I had to run to a charger. I was traveling hundreds of miles. I was getting 200 miles of range. I mean, it is just amazing. I have nothing bad to say about Teslas. People complain about the build quality or anything like that. To me, honestly, I'm a minimalist. So for me, that is like that's out the door. I don't really care about that. What I care about is just an efficient car that's a fantastic commuter. And I must say, if you have a Tesla, you're living it. You are ahead of the curve because they have the best infotainment system I've ever seen. And they also have the best technology I've ever seen. Just let me give you an idea. The car in the morning you could set the car to not only preheat, to pre-charge when you're ready. The car's temperature climate is there. It heats the battery and preconditions it before you get into the car. Your phone is the key. So you literally approach the car with no key in your hand. You don't need a fob or anything to that nature. And the car recognizes you. It recognizes multiple user profiles. I get in the car, the garage automatically opens. When I leave, it automatically closes. It syncs to my queue. There's apps in there that can even program to turn on my lights in my house. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's really, really advanced. Let me tell you something. My car new is $102,000. I mean, I have to use a mirror button to open up my garage. You know, it's just, there's no comparison to the level of integration that's in the Tesla ecosystem right now when it comes to EVs. But I contend even ICE vehicles, even engine vehicles, I've never seen anything like that. I've been in LSs, I've been in Mercedes-Benz, I've been in E-classes, S-classes. There's just nothing like that. So I think you buy a Tesla for a fantastic commuter. Also, I think it makes a great family car as well. The best ace up its sleeve is that it's probably the best commuter you can buy. I mean, let's just call it what it is. I don't know any other commuter that does that. People say about charging times, it charges an hour. I have a NEMA 1450 in my garage that I installed. Literally, it charged in an hour and 55 minutes all the way to 80%. I mean, that's pretty damn amazing. So, and it charges on off-peak hours. You can set it in the app. So at nighttime, it cost me literally pennies on the dollar to charge it. I mean, it was ridiculous because where I live, off-peak electricity is very cheap.
Then at the next one, turn left.
Where I live, off-peak electricity is very cheap. Even Saturday, Sunday is completely off-peak and the prices are fantastic. So for me, I'm saving so much money with that car. It's a no-brainer. So if you're looking for a commuter and you want to get into the EV situation, get a used Model 3 or a Model Y. You can't go wrong. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but I just don't see anybody that's competing on that level when it comes to integration. If you're using another EV and you have to use a ChargePoint level 2 charger or anything to that nature, I mean, I feel sorry for you because it's really tough. Even with the Tesla, when I tried to use a ChargePoint network, the problem with it is some of them don't work and the payment systems are outrageous. You gotta constantly worry about the payment systems. You know what happens when you use a supercharger? You pull up, you use it, you leave, and you're not even touching an application. It just sends you an invoice later because it's already integrated, it's already set up. You already set up the app, you already set up account, so all that's already done, but you don't have that integration with ChargePoint. You'd have to download their app, you would have to, even after you set up payment, you have to select the pump that you're using, not the pump, you have to select the bay you're using, and then sometimes there's even communications issues because all of them are using different types of technologies to communicate with the grid and communicate with your car. You know, and I think that's where the complexity is. It's like it's just too much complication when it comes down to how many cars that thing is using overall. Anyways, that's my rant on the Tesla Model 3. I think it's a fantastic commuter car. Totally understand why Tesla people love their cars. And I think it takes owning one to kind of understand that. So I have a lot of respect for them. Is it fun to drive? It's fun in a technology sense. But I've never driven a Plaid. I've never driven a Track Pack. Or I've driven a Model 3 Performance, and I really did not enjoy that, to be honest with you. I think it's really fast, but it just doesn't, you know, there's more things mechanically that are amazing about cars like the RCF and other cars that play into the driving experience rather than just raw acceleration. But for a commuter, Tesla, you draw a very, very hard bargain. So shout out to people who own one. It's been fantastic ownership. My wife's elated with the car. And let's get to this event. I'm pretty sure there's a McLaren Senna behind me. You guys can't see it. I can't take the camera off of the dock. I'm certain. Oh my God. I think that's the Hamilton collection.
Just a face in a crowd waiting to be seen. Big dreams set in motion. I wanna go where no one's ever been. I would climb the highest mountain. I would dive the deepest sea just so I could make you feel what I feel. Aiming for the sky. Yeah, I really thought we'd make it. Got my head in the clouds, but I can see the world from up here. From up here, from up here. The world from up here.
Paid for a ticket, but I did not get my band. So one of the other RCF owners here who came in, I met him here. It's really cool. I didn't expect him being here, but I guess every car enthusiast is going to be here. Behind me was definitely the Hamilton collection. I saw the Carrera GT, I saw a Senna, and I think I saw a Bugatti. But honestly, I was about to crash because I was staring at their car so much that the guy was trying to rush me. He was like, "Hey, nice car, but we need to get the Hamilton collection coming in." I was like, "I'm trying to get the hell out your way, brother. Trust me." So I'm trying to get a band right now, a red band. Woo! It's not bad, Mustang GT. So let me see if I can find a way to get this this band. We got the red band. We're gonna finish this coffee and we're gonna head inside because I don't know if you notice, it's got to be like 100 degrees out here. Straight Africa. Like it is like unbearable outside. This Ferrari combo. Let me show you this while we walk. If you're gonna do it right. Ultimate Marine. Look, these guys are all out. Got Flying Ryan up in his mug. Water is done. Damn. Porsche heaven. I mean, this is like the ultimate garage. Look at this, look at this. Sheesh. Dream car, levels, levels, levels. Man himself, Joseph. Although it's weird when people call him, he's Coral Chopper. I've actually been to events where people call him Coral Chopper. It's pretty funny. But this is LC. Pretty clean, pretty clean. Finally got them close together. That place is, I mean, you can't even hear. You're gonna go deaf. So even with this DJI Bluetooth mic, I guarantee you, you would not be able to hear me. But did you see that? I even got a picture with the amazing entrepreneur himself, Steve Hamilton. I mean, he was here, he brought it. I mean, that's ridiculous. I did not expect that. So that was really cool. I got to meet him. I actually congratulated him because, you know, in the future, one of the things that I'm interested in is opening a business. Can't say what it is, can't say what it's about, but, you know, anytime you consider something like that is a significant amount of risk. So whether I do it or not, people like him are an inspiration because what they do is that they show you the realistic struggles of being an entrepreneur. All right, he don't just, and one thing I like about him and his content on his channel is that he doesn't just fluff it. He doesn't just say everything's, you know, beautiful roses all the time. So Steve Hamilton, shout out to you. You're definitely an inspiration when it comes to a business. The empire you built is crazy. And hopefully one day I get to add my little flavor to the industry. Somewhat. We'll see if we go down that path, but shout out to him. So there's that. Let's sit down and kind of sum up today. If you made it this far, I wanted to tell you that thank you for watching this entire event. It's a cool little cliff notes of the craziness that happens in Central Florida and some of the things that I'd love to be a part of. So it's really, really cool to support these events. I suggest you do too in your local area. I'm hot as hell and I have to make it back because I am going to a water park this afternoon. So let me go say my goodbyes. Love and light creates change. And of course, until the next one. Peace.